can try.
1.
Wash our hands with water.
2.
Put soap on our hands.
3.
Scrub, scrub, scrub our hands all over.
4.
Rinse our hands clean with water.
That's right! You got it! Woo! Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash the germs away.
Explanation of symbols on worksheets are as follows. Use coloring crayons to color the picture. Use your finger to follow the track or line or show the correct picture. Use a coloring crayon to draw a line or write a number or sound. Look at the picture and say the number or sound out loud. Use a scissors to cut on the dotted line. Look at the picture, which will be allocated at the top right side of each page. For example, Lesson 1, Prepositions and Directions.
Welcome back, friends, to my about the letters Y, Z, and Q. Friends, let's turn to page 11 in our workbook. Wow, who is that? That's Yo-Yo Man. In the alphabet, we would say Y, and in phonetics, we would say Y. It's the Y sound. Now let's look at things that starts with Y. I have a yellow truck. Yellow, Y. I have a yellow triangle. Y. Let's think about other things that also comes in yellow. Think about a yellow sunflower. Think about the sun when you draw it on your pictures. A yellow sun. Oh, and what do I have here? I have a yo-yo man. And what did I do with this yo-yo man? I took a yellow yarn and I threaded it through Y. A yellow yarn, Y. And I threaded it through Y. Now this is a fun exercise that you can do at home. You make your own little yo-yo man, your own little Y. And you can yarn it through, making your own little pattern with a yellow yarn. Now let's look at the pattern. Very nice. And it's a good and relaxing exercise. Let's see how you should do this exercise on your page. You start at the top of Yo-Yo Man, where they indicate with a thick black dot. And you trace all the way down, and you stop. And then you lift up your pencil and you start on the other side and you move straight down, tracing your Y. I hope you enjoyed that. For you, and I would like to know, what is black and white? It's not. Guessed it right, it's a zebra. It's a zebra. Let me quickly tell you a lovely poem about a zebra. Run, zebra, run. Zebra, zebra, black and white, early morning, dark of night. Beware the mighty lion's bite. Run, run with all your might. Away, away, get out of sight. I hope you enjoyed that poem. Let's take a quick look on our page 12 of our workbook. What do they want us to do there? Oh, they say we must draw the stripes of the zebra. Now, if you take a look at my picture, you'll see how to draw the black and white stripes of the zebra. But what sound does zebra make? In alphabet, it is a Z, but in phonics, it is Z. Z for zipper, Z. Z for zebra, Z for zoo, and Z for zero. And how would we make a Z? Well, it's very simple. You can take your pencil and on your page, you'll find some blocks and you write the Z in your blocks. Let's take a look. You start and you move right across the line, a skew line in the middle, and a straight line again. Remember, uppercase Z and lowercase z both look the same. The one is just a little bit bigger than the other. Enjoy. On page 13 in your workbook is a very, very nice exercise. All you need to do is enjoy some coloring, and if you would like to have some fun, you can even take some white paint and black paint and make a lot of stripes on your zebra. What sound do we have here? Wow, that's a kwa. Let's take a quick look at the kwa. What did I just say? A quick look at the kwa. If you look carefully at it, it's not an easy letter to make. But if you are very smart, you'll see that the lowercase kwa is almost like an Annie apple if you close it. And then you just put a little leg that kicks out and you have a kwa. What sound does it make? It says kwa in phonics and it says Q in the alphabet. Let's trace the kwa. We start at the black dot and we go around the apple this way and we add a line and we give him a kick. Let's think about things that starts with kwa. What about the name Quentin? Or what about a quilt? Do you know what is a quilt? It is a lovely blanket made of different types of material. Enjoy working on page 14, and if you see anything with kwa, you can cut it out and paste it on your page. Friends, I hope you enjoyed our lesson today. Let's quickly sanitize again. Spray our sanitizer, rub it on our hands, all over our hands and between our fingers. And let's remember to keep a social distance. Well, friends, let's call on Zoe to say goodbye. Zoe!
Explanation of symbols on worksheets are as follows. Use coloring crayons to color the picture. Use your finger to follow the track or line or show the correct picture. Use a coloring crayon to draw a line or write a number or sound. Look at the picture and say the number or sound out loud. Use a scissors to cut on the dotted line. Look at the picture. Use these symbols for the lesson of the day, which will be allocated at the top right side of each page. For example, Lesson 1, Prepositions and Directions.
Welcome back, friends, to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Hetty, and our theme for this lesson is wild animals. Now let's quickly sanitize, and we use our sanitizer, spray it on our hands, all over our hands and between our fingers. A social distance. Our lesson for today is all about differences and friends, let's quickly play a game. Simon says, touch your left ear. Touch your left ear. Simon says, touch your right ear. Okay, so now let's turn to page 15 in our workbook. Let's take a quick look there. What is happening with all those animals there? Let's find the animal that's right of the elephant, on the right side of the elephant. Well, I would like to tell you, but you have to figure that one out for yourself. So color the animal right of the elephant green, and keep in mind which animal is a green kind of animal. And color the elephant brown. Remember your left side and your right side. On page 16 of our workbook, we can take a careful look at what's going on there. Now, if we have to identify differences, let's take a quick look at my board before we continue on the page. Well, here I have an example for you of differences that can be easily identified. I have two animals and I have a shape. Now let's think about it a little bit. Does a shape fit with animals? Surely it doesn't fit with animals. So the different one would be the shape. The animals fit and the shape does not fit. Now let's turn to the page again. Let's look at the insects. Both have 6 legs and the fish has fins. Which one does not fit? At the second one, if you take a good look at it, 2 of them are animals, one an amphibian and the other is a plant. Which one would not fit there? A tree, actually, sorry. And let's quickly take a look at the birds and the lion. Well, 2 of them have feathers and they can sit on a branch, whilst the other one have a big mane of hair. And the last one, 2 of them live in the water, whilst the other one lives running around on land. So keep that in mind when you need to find the different one. Enjoy the exercise. Now remember, we said we're doing something on differences and directions. Now let's quickly turn to page 17 because I would like you to take a look at that. Now some of the lions are walking one way and the other one is walking another way. Same with the bunnies and same with the hippos. Now, I have a good example for you right here on my board. Let's take a quick look. If we look at the direction that the bunnies are going, they are going that direction. Now, the hippo is probably walking in the water this direction, coming towards me. So the bunnies are going that direction, the hippo is coming this direction. So they are going left and the hippo is coming right. So let's look at page 17 again. And on page 17, it's very clear to see which one is going in the other direction. And all you need to do is color the one that is going in the different direction. I hope you enjoy this exercise, and if you like to color the rest of the animals, feel free to do so. Well, friends, today we learned a lot about wild animals. Now, I would like you to turn to page 18 of your workbook. Let's take a quick look at that. Different wild animals love to eat different kinds of food. Let's take a look at the baboon. What would the baboon like to eat? Yes, maybe bananas. Then you join the baboon with the bananas. And a giraffe? Well, they have a very long neck and they would like to eat all the berries up in the tree. Join the giraffe with the berries. And the meerkat? Yes, you're right. They like to dig in all kinds of holes to find insects to eat. So join the meerkat with the insects. And yes, you guessed it right. The wolf would eat the sheep. So join the two. I hope you enjoyed the exercise and I hope you enjoyed our lesson for today. Well, let's quickly sanitize. We rub the sanitizer on our hands and all over our hands and between our fingers. And let's remember to keep a social distance. And friends, let's call Zoe to say goodbye. Bye.
Win free airtime with One Africa TV. Share your comments on the channel. WhatsApp your feedback, name and town to 081 200 6659. One Africa TV. It just gets better.
Mama, go away.
Let's talk about the coronavirus outbreak here in Africa. How do you get people to wash their hands when water is scarce? How do you get people to work from home when majority of Africans work in the informal sector?
People are dying and suffering.
More importantly, how do you get a vibrant and dynamic continent to stop in its tracks? Welcome to The Breakdown, BBC Africa's COVID-19 special program, helping you make sense of the crisis.
COVID-19 affects people very differently. Many people show no symptoms at all, but some are hospitalised for weeks. So what does the disease do to your body? The coronavirus enters through the mouth, nose or eyes. It then usually attaches itself to cells lining the nose, throat, airways or lungs. It can turn these cells into factories that multiply and spread the virus. For the majority, a fever, cough and breathlessness are as bad as it gets. But the virus can damage the small blood vessels lining the lungs and initiate clotting. The alveoli are tiny air sacs where oxygen goes into the blood. If they become inflamed, it can trigger pneumonia. Seriously ill patients need to be given oxygen as the lungs fill with fluid and debris.
I legit couldn't breathe. My oxygen meter was measuring under 88% oxygen levels, which is very dangerous. And the only time I ever thought my life was in danger was at that point.
COVID-19 doesn't just affect the lungs. It can also disrupt the immune system, which is used by the body to fight illnesses. Cytokines are part of the immune system that find and signal infections. For some people with severe COVID-19, this system can go into overdrive. If too many cytokines build up, it can cause an overreaction that damages healthy cells. This is called a cytokine storm for the most severe cases. COVID-19 can lead to seizures or even a coma. It can also cause brain problems that lead to strokes. The immune system overreacting can cause clots that stop the blood supply to parts of the brain. Brain inflammation, psychosis and dementia-like symptoms can also affect seriously ill patients. The average length of the illness is 14 days, but many people have symptoms for much longer. Breathing problems and post-viral fatigue last for months in some cases.
I cannot walk for long simply because I will feel a little bit short of breath and I feel the need to sit down. And that's something that has never happened to me before.
Some of the people who are most likely to develop severe symptoms are older adults and those with underlying health conditions. It's not fully known how anyone will react to COVID-19 until they get it. So it's important for everyone to follow health guidance. What precautions are you taking to stay safe?
Win free airtime with hashtag #LearnOn1. Share your comments on the lessons. SMS your feedback, name and town to 555. Hashtag #LearnOn1. Invite learning in.
In a time of uncertainty, false news and fear, learn on. While the world scrambles to make new sense, while the experts turn around in circles, trying to find their way back to tomorrow. Learn on. When classrooms become empty cathedrals and the trees start to bear answers. Learn on. Learn on until every parent is a teacher and